Guys, hail and merry meet to everybody. It's Michelle Marie Delaney. Today I am at, well, Chris's daughter has a dentist appointment with a dentist for kids, pediatric dentistry. So she has an appointment at 1:30. So I have a little bit of time to talk. So figured I'd let you know what's going on. Get a short, skinny, literally skinny. Is we get some groceries at the store. I picked up a few things at Walmart. I think I spent about $63 on my credit card. Ow! But they're things that I need, so, you know, we didn't buy a lot of extra fun stuff. We didn't buy any fun stuff. I didn't buy any fun stuff except a little bit of cosmetics. Yeah. Okay, so that's about it. And some groceries and food stamps. So, right now we're outside the pediatric dentist office. This is the building here. This is it's cloudy, it's overcast. Windows are open in the car, so hopefully it doesn't rain on me. Oh, we'll find out, I guess. It's a little later on. So here's what we're going to do today. Okay, I still plan to try to get an afternoon show in today. I'm going to try to do that when we get home. We just gotta go pick up a gallon of milk, and I told Krista I'll give her a gallon of milk too, because she needs some for her daughter, so that way we can go get Cumbies and then bring the milk home. About some produce and things that don't need to worry about going bad right away, because they're vegetables and fruits, and lemon juice for lemonade. So we get some stuff to buy and drink. And this, by the way, video is brought to you in 1080p. In case you didn't know this, yes, folks, my iPhone can do 1080p. Actually, can do 4K video. But I think 4K is a bit much. Seriously, it's huge files, and you know what that means, right? It means it's going to take longer to upload. So, just to let you know, the Mac is in Alabama. It's on its way up to Connecticut. We should get it on Tuesday the 8th, and then we'll start setting that up. And what we'll do is first we'll set up as a very simple setup, you know, which would pretty much start out with, which is with a Bluetooth, oh, not Bluetooth, I'm sorry, with a standard keyboard, mouse, headphones with a boom mic, and maybe my webcam. This way we can go ahead and use OBS and get the stream started. This is going to take a little time to get everything configured, but it should be doable. Okay, man. It's not hard to do. It just takes time. Okay? So it won't take long to set up, because I don't know what other stuff I could immediately plug into the system, like the mixers. And I have two mixers, actually. I bought one from my laptop, which turned out to suck. It was a portable mixer that was rechargeable. I can tell you, it sucked. It sucks because it doesn't have a lot of inputs on it. But it would work fine. Of course, we got the Behringer Q1202 USB and the big computer. But right now, we're going to try to get working with what we have available. Instead of going crazy and buying a whole nother mixer and computer, console, and everything. Because we'll probably keep the big computer where it is, because in the wintertime, we're going to try to get this working, and then once we get everything working, get the shakedown cruise done, we'll get things set up more permanent and awesome arrangement. Because eventually Mac Mini will probably end up in the living room. That way, in the wintertime, we can move the other computer into the bedroom, because the bedroom gets really cold, because we have a drafty window, which is right next to the computer. So it'll be good for the wintertime, and that room gets kind of frosty. I like frosty, but still, at least then you'll be able to do something, right? Right? Yeah. So that's what we're doing right now. Is it's 1:12. And the appointment for Chris's daughter is actually 1:13, so maybe she can get her daughter in a little early to the dentist to get her teeth checkup, teeth cleaning, and be all set that way. Oh, I remember when I was a kid, yeah, dentist, yeah, I guess gonna get initial cleaning and checkup. You know, she's only 4, so. I don't think I ever went to the dentist at 4. I think I went to when I was about 6. But anyway, that's an interesting story. But things have sure changed a lot since I was a kid. That's for sure. But yeah. It's kind of interesting to think about. It's humid right now. It's not hot. It's just humid. And I can feel it. Oh boy, can I ever. Because I unfortunately am very sensitive to humidity and heat. If it's too hot or too moist, I'm not in the greatest mood. But you can tell because my hair looks kind of limp, but shorter now too. So that's some ways it's an advantage. In some ways it's a curse. Just take it with a grain of salt, okay? So we got some fruits, vegetables, little odds and ends I need for the house. I realized I didn't have a very nice USB keyboard. I do have a PS2 USB keyboard in like 6 or 7 compact and Dell keyboards I can plug in for the Mac. So I don't really have a shortage of keyboards. And I'll probably do that. I certainly do have another mouse. I really kind of want a trackball. There is one on my wish list if you want to give me a trackball. There's an inexpensive trackball with a lot of nice extra buttons and controls that looks really, really nice. It's not a Logitech. It's another brand. But Verso, again, that's something we'll work about once I get the computer all figured out and configured and decide where we're going to put it. Maybe I could put the other computer, once we get everything tested, working, maybe we can put the other computer in the bedroom for the winter season. Because then we can have the new computer in the studio. My question is should we go with a USB microphone inputs on the mixer I have, and then, or should we go with using analog inputs? I don't know. I have everything right now is analog, but theoretically speaking, a Mac Mini can use either one. It has a headset jack, so you can plug in a headset, which is fine. So if you want to have a headset, it plugs right in to the Mac, so you can have, your headset the way you want it. Get your Mac the way you want, then come on home. Actually, it was from Jan Howard. It was get your life in the way you want, and then come on home. But that's something else altogether. Figuring out what to do with what I want to get, hardware, software, accessories, and stuff like that. And so yeah, we'll get things done today. Like I said, once the computer comes on the 8th, we'll be taking time to set everything up. We'll unbox it, plug it in, kick the tires, set it up as a simple starter setup. As just plug the HDMI cable into my flat screen TV, plug in a keyboard, mouse, do a PS2 adapter, and then we'll try to see if our USB 3.0 hub is going to work as a USB 3.0 hub. According to some people, they say that the hub should work as a USB 3.0 hub, that model. But often, for some reason, they get reported as USB 2.0 hub, which is fine if I don't want to plug in extra cameras. But I have 5 of them. So I need to get a better hub. We'll figure that out. You know me. Why not? Plug in 5 cameras. But that's the problem. Why does my current computer run so slow? Because you got 5 cameras, 2 monitors, and a power tree, and a clear tree. That's why you got all this stuff plugged into that poor thing. 2 monitors, a sharing video RAM, plus OBS shares video RAM with Google Meets and Chrome, and trust me, when you just had 1 monitor, you weren't doing as much fancy stuff that I do, it was a lot faster. But then when I started going dual monitor, it uses more resources that way. And they were only talking about 1080p at 30 hertz. So, yeah, not exactly the huge amount of space, but it definitely takes space. So that's the reason why we do what we do. But it's definitely, these computers are known to even be able to do 4K video. If your internet is fast enough, you could actually stream in 4K. Now, the computer is capable of doing it. Hey, knock on wood, right? Don't forget, I still got 5 cameras to plug in. So, that's still going to be that's going to still be a fun project. 5 cameras, obviously one of the Thunderbolt ports, they're also USB 4.1s, 4.2s, so I'll be able to plug in some nice stuff. Won't be able to get no 10 gigabits per second, but we can get 5 gigabits per second, which is certainly better than 480 megabits per second. So the cameras would be able to, have multiple cameras plugged into a USB 5.0 hub. The problem is the power adapter, my little hub, is a little small. It's like 2 amps. That's like, fine for what? 5 milliamps. It's like, 500 milliamps. So it's like I could plug in 4 or 500 milliamp devices, and the charger should be able to run it. But if you go any more than 4 or 2 milliamps, 2 amperes, you're going to basically find that the power adapter is going to be a little bit wimpy. I need hefty. Oh, I can get hefty. I got a 5-volt power supply that puts out 60 hot, juicy watts. That's like what? It's like, oh my God, it's like 12 amps? 12 amps. I actually have smoked cables with that power supply. That's why you have to use heavy-duty thermostat cable for it to connect to the hubs, because it's got these huge plugs. And if you get a short, then all of a sudden the USB adapters go, the power adapters go up and smoke like a fuse wire. Not exactly a good deal. So you try not to short anything out. So clearly for that, you better consider using either a solid-state fuse, or consider using a fast-acting fuse wire. That's something I'll have to explain that in electrical wiring, about ampacity, current capacity. But honey, 3-year-old just just trying to get the basic thing working close to what Apple intended. Here's the keyboard, pop. Here's the mouse, pop. Here's the monitor, pop. Here's the power cords, plug them in, pop, pop. Turn it on, bong. Okay, initialize the system, log into my Apple account, boop, 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 boop. Set that up, and then any updates to the software firmware, okay, no problem, let it do its job, because it is an M1 Mac Mini. It may actually be updates, because I do know that Apple did come up with updated iOS, macOS for it. Now, here's the feature about the Mac Mini I did not mention. The M1 Mac Minis can also run iPhone applications. That's right. You want to play Nico Sumi, anyone? Kitty Collector. Maybe you want to use the software like for your iPhone, like use the Discord app or whatever. No problem. As long as it's an M1 Mac Mini, M2 Mac Mini, or M2 anything, M1 anything, you can use iOS applications on your device. Hey, how cool is that? It means that you can use your phone apps on your desktop, which could be fantastic for people with bad eyesight, because you get a bigger screen. That means you can also use iPad apps too, which is nice. So we got a lot of ideas we're going to do when we get the computer, figure out everything. I am excited about it. I'm not going to lie. Yes, I am absolutely excited about it. This is going to be a big deal. It's just going to give us a lot more capacity, a lot more features, and it's going to make it possible for us to do the good stuff. I love the good stuff, don't you? Absolutely. But unfortunately, reality is I don't like the price tag that comes with some good stuff. As my credit card is suffering a little bit of chest pains. I just spent 60. Actually, when I had breakfast and it came out to be about 80 bucks on my credit card after I put in 300. Ouch! Now I gotta go ahead and pay 150 when I get paid, and 22nd, that's the other credit card that paid for the Mac Mini. Ouch! But I gotta do it, so get used to it. That's the way it works. You know, I'm gonna pay off the principal, and then maybe next month for the bill for September's payment will also be going towards the new credit card as well to knock down the principal. That's what we have to do. That's the way it works. This is definitely going to be a good tool for the job. Of course, I'm going to need a few little accessories, but it's not a major rush to get them. But for now, I want to say thank you guys for watching these shows. I appreciate you watching the videos. I really do. The videos get green dollar signs right away, and that means that I get paid from the beginning. Yes! That's the way I like it. Pay me, baby! I need that money. Because I have to pay for a computer I just bought for $705. Okay? Alright, guys. So, for everybody, I'll talk to you later. Stay out of trouble. Okay? Bye-bye. Bye-bye, guys.